Live from the Grenadian capital, this is the GBN television news. GBN, covering you from the Grenadine Island chain to Brooklyn, New York, via the World Wide Web on www.gbn.gd.
The news headlines is brought to you compliments GUT Credit Union.
Imagine having the home of your dreams. Imagine investing in that piece of property you can call your own. Imagine finally doing that home improvement project you've always been thinking about. It's time to stop imagining and start doing. Let the GUT Credit Union help you take the first step with fantastic rates, affordable repayments, and reduced legal fees. Make the move. Get better terms on your mortgage. Use your home equity to make those dreams a reality. Act now. There's really no place like home. GUT Credit Union. It's where you belong.
Coming up tonight on Network News, amicable ending to fishermen's protest in Guav. Key public sector unions failed to participate in government's planned meeting to discuss pension. Sixth Senses hotel developer commits to $1 million to the Adult and Teen Challenge project. Over in Trinidad, fishermen threaten to continue protests as the Prime Minister says a rise in fuel price is fair. And further afield, Ukraine's President Zelensky rejects Russia's claim to have captured Mariupol. Coming up in sports, Olympic-sized swimming facilities still on the horizon as officials trudge through preliminary challenges. We'll tell you more when we come back.
The first segment of the news comes to you compliments Soft Weave Bathroom Tissue.
Have you heard about the new Soft Weave bathroom tissue with total hygiene? As hygiene and safety have taken center stage, our bathroom tissue is now manufactured with 3 different technologies to offer the best protection for you and your family. UVC light technology for a safe and effective disinfection process, eliminating 99.9% of microorganisms. Also, production at high temperatures, killing all types of germs and bacteria. And it's pH controlled with delicate fibers to prevent irritation for even sensitive skin. Soft Weave Total Hygiene Bathroom Tissue, available in supermarkets and shops island-wide. Visit Soft Weave Caribbean Facebook or Instagram pages for more information.
Welcome to our live broadcast of Network News at 7. I am Krista Campbell. Topping news tonight. Fishermen in Guelph St. John took a no-nonsense approach to address an issue they say blocks their ability to sell their fish. On Friday morning, the irate fishermen blocked the main road close to the Guelph fish market, rendering it impassable to motorists. However, the intervention of the fisheries minister brought an amicable end to the situation. Sherry and Blackman Stephen reports.
We are satisfied now because we have a guarantee from government that they wouldn't stop us from buying fish anymore, right? So the document has been signed, and I think we are quite satisfied with that.
Just after midday on Friday, Guelph fishermen satisfied that Minister for Fisheries, Yolande Bain Horsford, had assured them that an approved document needed for them to export their fish was signed. The men removed debris heaped on the main road that forced motorists to divert for almost half the day. Fishermen say this action was not planned, just felt that was their only way to demand attention to their plight.
The fishing sector, they not want to give these people us to sell the fish to help them, we poor people. So how they expect we poor people to eat? We have fishermen that owe for the boat and the engine up to today, and we cannot get the fish sale to pay with loan. We cannot feed with family. How you expect us to live? We have to protest, and we protest in a peaceful way.
The protest comes days after GBN highlighted issues fishermen in St. George reported and a subsequent meeting between fishermen, government officials and exporters. The problem at hand is that exporters are refusing to take fish from the small boats for export. The reason given is poor quality.
Mr. James had a bad shipment acquisition 2 weeks ago, right? And he lost $98,000.
No, he said.
Right? And I asked Mr. James on the meeting last Tuesday, why is only when March or April month fishermen have that each thing with them?
And there you have GNX created an avenue for fishermen to export the fish. And every time we give a date to start, something comes up.
The Fisheries Minister sought to bring calm and resolution to the matter by informing them that the document they sought to proceed with their sale of fish was signed.
But let me go back a little bit so you could understand. I want your fishermen fisher ladies and men to understand what is going on. There was no need for that this morning. Yes. Because I've always opened my door. When you're doing something like that does not create that impact with me, it makes things worse. Let me tell you something.
Parliamentary Representative Alvin Dabrio was in attendance at the meeting. One fish vendor says while she supports the fishermen, she disagrees with their decision to block the main road.
I don't vex with whatsoever they have done there, but the thing is they should have put it all in front there, because the thing is the bossmen and them don't buy fish to sell, and the passenger have to pass.
Desmond Gill, who says he's one of the key members of the fishing industry, says while there are some genuine concerns, there's also a bit of politics at play.
There is people what is using the cooperative as the political agenda to use to fight against the government.
Cherian Blackman Stephen, GBN News.
And we thank Cherian for tonight's opening report. Was it planned? Is there a greater expectation of government from the public sector unions? These are the questions that have arisen from the apparent no-show by some of the major unions, especially within the public sector, to government's meeting with the trade unions on the pension issue. Jared Joseph has the details.
Public Workers Union President Brian Grimes has since explained why there was an apparent no-show by public sector unions at Friday's meeting with government.
We don't just do things ad hoc here at the Grenada Public Workers Union. We operate professionally. So we examined the content of the correspondence, and what we discovered is that there was no agenda. The agenda was extremely broad. Policy consultation, retention. What is that about?
Government is contending that it is making good on its promise to meet with the trade unions on the pension issue, as a Prime Minister-led government delegation hosted some of the trade unions and staff associations on Friday. However, according to a government release, only 2 unions, together with the prison and police associations, attended what government has deemed a consultative approach to the recent High Court ruling on the pension matter. Grimes says upon receiving the invitation on Tuesday, the PWU responded to government, citing several concerns, including a mandate that there not be more than 3 representatives per union.
I want to iterate to you that this is not a frolic at Camahan Park. This is life-changing. This is country-changing. This is transformative. So we are not just going to go into a meeting on our arm based on the request of government, and there's no preparation on our side.
The union leader says the union's actions were even guided on the advice of the attorney, James Bristol.
It should be noted that the Grenada Public Workers Union is not averse to meeting with the government of Grenada, who has to honor the judgment. We are just making some simple requests, but they are very, very salient and important.
The PW president notes that the crux to moving forward is that government has yet to confirm it will honor the judgment.
To this day, there has been no commitment from the Prime Minister of this country, from the Minister of Finance, from the Cabinet of Grenada, from the government of Grenada, that they are going to accept this judgment.
He says once this is done, the union will gladly sit with government and work out an implementation and payment plan for pension.
Public officers, I know that you are wary of what transpired in 2018. The fact that it seemed, some are saying clearly, we were deceived. The unions were deceived at the table based on a memorandum of understanding that was signed on the eve of election practically. And then after that, the talk about the gratuity changed from 25% to 2%. I know many public officers are wary of this happening again, but I can assure you as president of the Public Workers Union, we are not going at it alone. We have no intention of negotiating away the constitutional rights of public officers.
I am Gerard Joseph for GBN News.
Thank you, Jared. Range Development is partnering with Adult and Teen Challenge Grenada and other non-governmental organizations and small businesses to create a commercially viable solution to social problems. More in the Srina Thomas report.
Six Senses hotel developer Kamal Shehada and his family have committed $1 million to the Adult and Teen Challenge Grenada in conjunction with two local businesses in the agricultural sector. Shehada of the Range Development said this initiative helps people in getting a second chance in life by providing opportunities in the agricultural sector. The aim is to reduce the island's food import bill by stimulating the local agro-processing industry while addressing social ills such as unemployment. Interested individuals will be allowed to be trained in livestock rearing, farming, and agro-processing, among others, to start their own businesses with support from the ATC. Executive Director of the Adult and Teen Challenge Grenada, Jude Hector, says the transformative initiative can reduce poverty, increase employment, and bring prosperity to Grenadian communities. He spoke of what will be done with the $1 million promised.
You guys know the story of giving a man a fish every day versus teaching him how to fish and then giving them access to a boat and the lake, right? So I think the funds really primarily is for us to increase our capacity for self-sustainability and stuff. So we want to be able to actually go in those communities, do some research, and then find some programs which can immediately begin to impact on the lives of those young people. We want to do that as a priority. All right. So again. Farm Bushaju, right? We want to make that productive. In fact, this afternoon we are going to go up there and start getting the irrigation system up and running. So by the end of the week, we can start putting things in the ground. So it's kind of hard to say, okay, this is priority A, B, or C, because these things are happening concurrently, and rightly so, right? Maybe priority would be to make sure that we have the capacity then to run all of those things well.
People who will be part of the project will obtain a CVQ Level 2 certificate in their various fields and will receive a starter kit to begin their new business. They will also receive continuous training and support as it grows. Shehada said Range Development aims to raise $5 million in funds for the project.
And I think I was speaking to Mr. Afzal today in depositing $1 million in the bank for entrepreneur to be able to borrow with small interest, and because they don't have the money, and when they go to any bank here, the bank is asking for security double of what he have, and he have nothing. So we'll be working in this one. Yes, we are willing. We are willing to expand actually, and I prefer if the expansion will come through. Let's call it the same group, get more people in, and I think Father Jude said that in different societies. Yes, I'm willing to work with much more than this. This is only a start.
People who have small business ideas or have a small business are also encouraged to participate in the project. The ATC will start a new batch of training within the coming months. Reporting for GBN News, Beverly Telesford.
Is it agriculture's time to finally shine as notable investments are being made within the sector? Or is it the push from the Minister of Agriculture, Peter David, since taking up office to truly ensure that the agricultural sector becomes a driving force for the economy? Some of the issues are highlighted in this report.
The propagation stations as well as the facilities for livestock are being improved to better supply farmers with the quantities and qualities of planting material and animals needed. Minister of Agriculture Peter David adds that the government of Grenada is about to begin the 8th phase of the Chinese mission, which will seemingly see the return of science to agriculture.
And they have also agreed to give us a tissue culture lab where we could do more by way of propagating good planting material. For example, avocados. There's no reason why we can't have avocado here all year round.
Minister David notes that the application of science is critical to achieving a number of goals within the agricultural industry, while emphasizing the interest of students of TAMCC in studying the various facets of agriculture.
It was so refreshing yesterday when we met with the TAMCC students, because they are very much interested in getting science, more science into agriculture. In fact, they expressed an interest in taking up some of the scholarships to go to various countries.
$19 million was the appropriation for agriculture in the 2022 budget, of which over $12 million is allocated on the recurrent side and over $6 million on the capital side. While welcoming the return of science to the sector, the Agriculture Minister was quizzed on its timeliness and importance by the media.
I don't think there's a better time than now. Now is the time to do what you think is necessary. If in the past things were not done properly, I'm not sure when you can correct it except now, unless you want me to delay it, which I don't think is the point you're making. So no, the reason why now is because everything develops, everything unfolds. In the past, there were attempts to move forward. And listen, we are in a constant movement forward in everything we do, in technology, in development of motor cars, everything. So the reason why it's now is because we believe that we've identified some of the problems we've had in the past, and we are going to correct it. So there's no better time than now.
I am Jared Joseph for GBN News.
Thank you, Jared. NADMA urges the public to be disaster ready. That's coming up when we return.
Home is easy as 1, 2, 3.
Thinking about your new home? Think easy. Think a Republic Bank Home Easy Loan. Think affordable. Think convenience. Think Republic.
Home is easy as 1, 2, 3. Republic makes home easy.
Wow, that was such a breeze.
Own your home with ease.
So whether laying that first brick or purchasing an existing home, we've got you covered. Republic Bank will get you those keys hassle-free in no time.
Home is easy as 1, 2, 3.
Drop by any one of our 8 locations today. Getting your new home is easy with Republic Bank.
Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
Why pay full price for your mobile when you can pay half? Just bundle your home internet and mobile services with Flow and save 50% on your mobile bill. That's money in your pockets every month. Plus now you get free YouTube and WhatsApp data. And you can share your plan with up to 3 other numbers. Upgrade now and get a free smartphone. Switch and keep your number. Learn more at discoverflow.co.
During these times, we are facing the same obstacles, changes, and no rules to get through it. We had to find the power from within, pushing limits and conquering every training session to ignite our minds and give our muscles the fuel they need. Powerade Advanced Iron 4 formula with its flavors Mountain Blast, Fruit Punch, and Jagged Ice gives you fast hydration after sweating because of its 4 electrolytes to go the extra mile. Powerade, feel the power.
The Nawasa app brings the power of Nawasa's customer service experience to you. Instant, conversational, and smart. Easy access anywhere. Get bill balance, transaction history for up to 6 months, report a fault, link to websites, view payment centers, contact information, push notifications, and multi-tenant accounts, all in a secure login platform. Like a self-service concierge app, mobile.nawasa.gd gets you the support you need much faster. Available on both Android and iOS platforms. Mobile.nawasa.gd, your customer support companion. Nawasa, committed to meeting customers' needs.
My name is Dominic Lawrence. I'm a police officer by profession, and I've been a member of Ariza now for about 20 years or less. I chose to join Ariza because I've been hearing some good stuff about them. And my sister was a member before me. She told me about her good experience that she had with Ariza. What I like most about Ariza is the way they treat you as a member. They take good care of you. They help you in very, very good ways. They have some good products in place to help you. I've been able to budget a lot better because of the products and things that they have in place to help us as members. I love it when you call Ariza and the way they would answer the phone. Ariza, how can we make you smile? I would like to take this time now to congratulate Ariza on the 75 years of service to the people of Grenada.
Here is a little known fact. There is only one place in Grenada that you can get an MRI scan done. That place is Spicile Imaging Center. Yes, Grenada, that's the truth. Other centers could offer you other scans, but SpyCell Imaging provides an authentic MRI scan. Here's another little known fact. SpyCell Imaging has 3 centers. We operate at Grenville, the Carnage, and at the Ocean House, Grand Anse. We provide the widest range of laboratory tests and services. CT scans, x-rays, mammograms, ultrasounds, and a host of other services. We are fully staffed by a team of family doctors and specialists. Call us today at 444-7679 or 406-1500 or visit any of our 3 locations. SpyCell Imaging, from seeing the doctor to getting lab tests, scans, and pharmacy services. We are here to take care of you.
GBN leads, the others follow. This segment is brought to you by Republic Bank.
Home is easy as 1, 2, 3.
Thinking about your new home? Think easy. Think a Republic Bank Home Easy Loan. Think affordable. Think convenience. Think Republic.
Home is easy as 1, 2, 3. Republic makes home easy.
Wow, that was such a breeze.
Own your home with ease.
So whether laying that first brick or purchasing an existing home, we've got you covered. Republic Bank will get you those keys hassle-free in no time.
Home is easy as 1, 2, 3.
Drop by any one of our 8 locations today. Getting your new home is easy with Republic Bank.
Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
We are continuing with the newscast. NADMA's public relations officer is appealing to the general public to be tsunami ready as experts monitor the cycle of the natural disaster.
Tsunamis usually occur every 100 years, says Public Relations Officer at the National Disaster Management Agency NADMA, Oslin Crosby, as she appealed to Grenadians to be disaster ready in the midst of a series of earthquakes monitored around the Caribbean region.
The region is due for a huge tsunami. The last tsunamis happened according to the cycle every 100 years. And Blossom, we are past the time. So it means therefore that it can happen at any time. We have been noticing a lot of earthquakes, a lot of movements in the earth. That is one of the triggers for tsunami. We speak about it from time to time, that it can be caused by an earthquake, and this will be a big one. At least we see at least a 7.0 on the Richter scale and above. And if its depth is shallow, then we know what can happen. It can create that movement that can pat the water and put us in and be of concern to us. And remember, we are a very small island.
The annual Carib Wave Tsunami exercise was held on March 10th this year. Crosby explained what happens with the information gathered from the tsunami simulation.
So what we do at these exercises, we would have evaluators. So we assess, we would invite, we have volunteers rather, that we have trained to be able to assess, to conduct an assessment of these exercises. So every participating place, we will send an evaluator there, so that you can see one, you have to do it against the internal plan. That's providing they do have one. If you don't have one though, we can use the exercise as giving you first-hand information to now guide your process to create a plan.
The scenario this year was a tsunami generated by a magnitude 8.0 earthquake, with the physical evacuation area being Guave St. John, as well as other areas of the island testing communication. Reporting for GBN News, Beverly Tellisford.
Thank you, Beverly. Fisheries Minister Yolande Bain Hosford told fishermen in Guave St. John that their challenges due to ice storage for their fish will soon be addressed. It was one of the concerns raised by fishermen in an impromptu meeting with the minister Friday morning following protest action taken by the fishermen in Guave.
We are upgrading the fish markets. I think they started. They started here already, and they're coming up. Waltham would be upgraded. All the other fish markets, Sauters will be upgraded as well. We have, let me tell you the good news. And if you didn't hear it before, the good news is that we are getting 16 ice machines, should be coming in by the end of the month or early June. And every fish market will have an ice machine.
Minister Bain Hosford, in response to the fisher folks' concern that over the years the same promises have been made to them, explained why the ice machines were delayed.
When we ordered the 16 ice machines, it was before COVID. COVID came and it unraveled everything and it slowed down the process of the fish machines coming in, the ice machines, coming in, and the other equipment for the sargassum as well as the 3 ice trucks, freezers that are coming in. Now they have given us the green light that the transportation is clear because of the COVID now, and they can ship out the things.
Well, Prince Edward and Sophie Wessex's trip to Grenada has been postponed. What do you think about this postponement? Well, tonight we will share your perspectives on the matter in our Social Buzz report.
GBN Social Buzz is reaching beyond the local platform to share with you what's trending on social media. We browse the World Wide Web and bring to you the topics inciting the most reaction and debate among users. During Thursday's newscast, a report was aired informing of the postponement of the Wessex royal visit to Grenada.
Prince Edward and the Countess of Wessex have cancelled part of their upcoming royal tour of the Caribbean at short notice, and that cancellation includes Grenada. The news broke out on several online media platforms, including The Independent, that the couple will no longer be visiting Grenada as part of a 6-day trip scheduled to begin on Friday in celebration of the Queen's Platinum Jubilee. According to the article, the decision was made following consultation with the government of Grenada and on the advice of the Governor General.
Our social media users took to the comment section to share their opinions on the latest development. The following views are of the members of the public and not of the GBN. Simeon said, "What would the visit have done for Grenada other than cause expenses?" Natalie said, "Such hypocrisy. Apology for what? We like to dig and dwell on silly things. We have modern-day slavery right here in Grenada, but then again, everyone is afraid to stand, much less speak. It's so sad." VG added, "Reparations and repatriation." Melvin concluded with, "So Grenadians are shareholders of that bank? I want my grandfather's share." That's what's buzzing tonight. We encourage you, our viewers and listeners, to submit your think pieces on trending topics locally, regionally, and internationally via our Facebook page and YouTube channel. Continue to share your thoughts and concerns with us on our social media platforms.
And we thank Beverly for that. Still to come on Network News, a 3-member team from the Ministry of Agriculture participates in 2-day animal health outreach in St. John. Stay with us.
Monday, May 2nd, the holiday, Mangazo takes opulence to a different level as we invite you to our food festival, 11 in the morning until delicious, sumptuous, and visually appealing food, vegan food, seafood, oiled down, cakes and pastries, wild meat, curry, sauce, and lots more. And look out for cultural performances, steel pan, and more. For more info, call 538-0358 or 405 Gazo. That's 4296. Monday, May 2nd, the holiday, Mangazo Food Festival, sponsored by Independence Agencies Limited, Agent Force Swiss. It's better because of Swiss.
If there was ever a time to keep and stay healthy, it's now! We at Hills and Valley are here to help you take deliberate steps to maintain your health. We stayed true to maintaining the most comprehensive rates while stocking the widest range of medicines and health devices, including personal protective equipment. There are so many benefits shopping with us. You get great savings through discounts for senior citizens and reward cards for loyal customers. Ask about owning yours today. Visit us at Halifax and Grenville Street, St. George, Jubilee Street opposite the Grenville Bus Terminal, and at Hillsborough, Carriacou. Our wholesale distribution on Halifax Street also stocks the widest range of pharmaceuticals. We are with you on the hills and in the valleys. We are Hills and Valley Pharmacy.
Your vehicle insurance should never break your bank. With Beacon, you can get up to 35% off your fully comprehensive car insurance and still get full protection from unexpected damages with free loss of use, windscreen cover, and special perils. When it comes to your insurance, always be sure you settle for more. Call us at 440-4447 or log on to beacon.co.tt and get a quote today.
This is GBN. We've got the means, the power, and the medium. This segment is brought to you by Flow.
Why pay full price for your mobile when you can pay half? Just bundle your home internet and mobile services with Flow and save 50% on your mobile bill. That's money in your pockets every month. Plus, now you get free YouTube and WhatsApp data. And you can share your plan with up to 3 other numbers. Upgrade now and get a free smartphone. Switch and keep your number. Learn more at discoverflow.co.
Thanks for staying with us. To strengthen animal health and wellness, especially that of farm animals, a 3-member team from the Ministry of Agriculture was deployed in St. John for 2 days this week to assist farmers in the community. We get more in this report.
To improve the care and wellness of livestock in Grenada, a 2-day animal health outreach was held in collaboration with the Prithia Larceny Department of the Royal Grenada Police Force, with officers from the Eastern and Western District. They were able to conduct animal examinations, treatment of diseased animals with the administration of drugs and supplies, along with technical advice on remedies against easily diagnosable diseases and attributes related to general animal wellness. It also served as an opportunity for the strengthening of record-keeping skills and abilities. Constable Gibbs gave more details about the program.
As a result of the operation today, several animals was checked in relation to the do's and don'ts farmers was spoken to. Vaccination was disseminated to some of the animals that was needed for vaccination purposes, and therefore, in moving forward, this would help the department on a whole in terms of how we go about to dealing with livestock farmers in not too the distant future, in terms of reports of animals that are being damaged or been misused by farmers themselves. So we'll have a better knowledge of how to bring forth the information to these farmers in going forward.
The engagement also gave Prithia Larceny officers who participated in the exercise the ability to develop an understanding of the industry, especially related to animal health and issues that may encounter while dealing with instances of crime. Daniel Nicholas, a livestock farmer, was able to benefit from the visit. The advice and treatment, he said, will assist him to grow healthier animals, especially now with his intention to scale up production.
I try my best to practice what I was told. I'm looking forward to more visits, thing like that. The vet would have investigated one of the goats and pointed out some things, you know. In fact, he investigated 2 goats.
Yolande Telesford, the representative of the Vet and Livestock Department, says following this engagement, the ministry will continue to support the farmers.
I'm particularly happy that we could have reached out to them and know what their needs and aspirations are. Some want to expand, some want to find market for their livestock in terms of when they are they produce. They want to know where they can get sale for them, as well as others will want to see us a little more in the area. The police task force is doing a very good job at assisting them where Prithia Larceny is concerned.
Ministry officials say they will continue to work with stakeholders, including the Prithia Larceny Department, to create and enable environment for development of the livestock sector. For GBN News, I am Rena Pear-Thomas reporting.
Thank you, Rena. Tonight we have a rather compelling ISO submission for you. Let's take a peek through our lens to see more.
A good eye catches all. GBN ISO is brought to you by Clear Vision. Life is beautiful if only you can see it. Clear Vision Eye Center helps you do just that. We provide expert service, classy eyewear, and cutting-edge technology, all with a quality customer experience. See better, feel better, and look better. Meet us today at clearvisiongrenada.com or call 444-0055, WhatsApp 409-0055, or follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Clear Vision Eye Center. Let's see life and the world with a clear vision.
Tonight, citizen journalist woke up to an unexpected visitor. Her dog Chase brought home a friend from his morning runaround. Our reporter found the dog playing with his new co-pilot in the yard this morning.
Chase, where you get this goat? Hey. Why you bring goat on the step? Hey, Chase.
Sometimes a dog can be a goat's best friend. Send us your photo and video submissions via WhatsApp on 405-3052 or our other social media platforms.
When we come back, we take a look at the latest in sports and, of course, we probe around the globe.
We support you at every stage of your life.
For business,
For your education,
for your financial freedom,
for that new ride.
Upgrade your life with the Communal. Contact us today.
Keeping an eye on the weather. This is GBN. We've got you covered.
Is a public weather forecast for the state of Grenada. Tonight's weather generally fair. Seas slight to moderate with waves up to 5 feet in open water. Tides will be high at 10:45 p.m. and low at 2:15 a.m. Tonight's minimum temperature 24.5 degrees Celsius. Moving now to Saturday, where the sun will rise at 5:52 a.m. The weather is expected to be fair to partly cloudy with brief isolated showers. Seas slight with waves up to 4 feet in open water. Tides will be high at 8:30 a.m. The sun will set at 6:20 p.m. On Sunday, the weather will be generally fair, becoming partly cloudy during the afternoon with brief isolated showers. Seas slight with waves 2 to 4 feet in open water. The sun will rise at 5:52 a.m. and set at 6:20 p.m. And finally, on Monday, the sun will rise at 5:51 a.m. and set at 6:21 p.m. The weather partly cloudy with occasional isolated showers. Seas slight with waves up to 4 feet in open water. And that's the weather forecast for tonight and the upcoming days. Thanks for joining our Sports Roundup. The long-awaited Aquatic Center for Grenada is continuing to see major progress towards fruition as preliminary engineering works have begun. Neil Francis, president of the Grenada Amateur Swimming Association, says upon engaging in the engineering work needed, the scope of what has to be done has been realized.
Because we don't want to just have a pool that is not going to, as Beverly said, having a pool, one, we have to have the facility that we can, proper facilities that we can utilize, but also we want to be able to have a pool that we can actually host the events and so forth. And in terms of being able to get certification and so forth, we've had talks and so forth with the pool providers who are actually certified by FINA and so forth. And so that process, we've gone past that process. We've selected a pool provider and so forth, and we're at the stage of doing the preliminary engineering and so forth, and consultancy work. Plans and so forth are in the process of being drawn up and so forth.
And despite the limitations of the 25-yard pool at Good Hope, the Grenadian swim team returned with 2 medals from Carifta Swimming Championships. Francis, noting the cost attributed to constructing an Olympic-certified aquatic center, says they are determined to make the dream a reality.
I think the children deserve it. I think Grenada deserves it in terms of, because we've had swimmers who have had potential and who have been making marks for quite some time. And I think they really deserve to have proper facilities for training so that they can meet the fullest of their potential. And it's also going to be able to open up so many opportunities for Grenada, as Beverly would have mentioned, in terms of persons coming here to train. We have persons who utilize our national stadium, international athletes and cricket teams and so forth, who sometimes come here to train and so forth. And just likewise, we may have swimmers or swim teams that may be looking for places in the Caribbean that they can come to train and so forth. And so we're looking forward to be able to having a host of activities at the new facility.
Government has vested lands in Queen's Park for the construction of the Aquatic Center to Gaza. Moving now to basketball. Pro basketballer Akim Robertson says there is a crucial need for an indoor court facility specialized for basketball to ensure the development of the sport in Grenada. Despite the multi-sport indoor court facility at Laborie, Robertson believes major investments are needed to equip other communities and parishes with an indoor basketball court whereby local players and coaches can train or facilitate Grenadian pro basketball players to give back to society.
Like, you could ask them for themselves. Like, they would not come back to Grenada and work on their craft in the hot sun on concrete. They would rather have a nice indoor court. They have their trainer. They have the weight room. They have everything set up for them. And they just hoop, go home, come back, hoop again, go home. We don't have that in Grenada. No, footballers could go. They could go to the national stadium. They have the gym, right? They go there. They practice. They come back. They take a nice shower. They're in the gym chilling. They could go work out if they want to. They got their bus coming to pick them up. Basketball players don't have that.
Basketballer says there is a great disparity between basketball when compared to other sports in Grenada.
You got to get a ride from somebody to go to work out. If we reach late, then the coach won't get mad at us. If we don't have money and we miss the practice, then the coach won't get mad. And some of the players are leaving from Soters to come down to St. George's. Some leaving from Guelph to go to Tom. So we don't have the luxury that they have because not much has put into basketball. But we do have people who win championships in college. We do got people who further their basketball career and is doing good playing basketball. So if you really look at it, basketball is on the rise. So why not invest in it? I don't see why not. You're not going to lose. You're not going to lose.
And now for the latest in cricket. The St. Andrews T20 tournament moves into the final round this weekend with matches scheduled for the 4 select venues. At the Laboratory Playing Field, Tivoli Cricket Club will take on Police on Saturday, while Laboratory comes up against Police on Sunday. All matches at Ground 2, which is Pearl's Playing Field, have been completed, while at Ground 3, Ford Playing Field that is, will feature matches between Mount Horn Cricket Club and Idlers Youth on Saturday. At Union, a derby between Flashbackers 1 and 2 will bowl off on Saturday, while Mama Can's Cricket Club takes on Munich Cricket Club on Sunday. Finally, in football, Division B leaders FC added another win and 3 points to its tally as the St. Andrews Football League continues to build momentum. They defeated Pearl's Progressive FC 5-2 on Tuesday, with goals coming early as the 10th minute from Kanye Mark, Junior Grant in the 12th, Rondell Williams in the 26th, a 31st minute goal from Nerlon Stephen, and Keston Williams converting in the 74th minute of play. Jordan Alridge and Ryan Lambert scored in the 54th and 90th minutes, respectively, for Pearl's Progressive. Division A leaders Trenchtown SC succumbed to harrowing 4-1 defeat to Tivoli Lions FC in their encounter on Wednesday. Goals from Kristen McIntosh in the 45th minute, Paul Hilaire in the 52nd, Jamil 84th, and Fitzroy Charles in the 90th gave Tivoli Lions a welcomed victory over Trenchtown, who shaved off 1 goal through Anil Pair in the 71st minute. That is indeed our look at sports. Up next, we take a look at what's happening globally. Let's probe around the globe. Fed up of rising costs with living, fishermen are threatening to continue protesting until the authorities throw them a lifeline. With the price increase in fuel, the fishermen say they're now earning much less. However, Prime Minister Dr. Keith Rowley says government wishes it did not have to increase fuel prices, but believes the adjustment at the pump is fair. Here is CNC3 News with this report.
Fuel price going up, enough is enough. From this morning, all the road will be blocked.
These fishermen have joined ongoing protests by taxi drivers, triggering a massive gridlock along the southern main road. But while motorists were inconvenienced, the fishermen said their protest is justified.
Bait going up, tackles going up, hook going up, wire going up, ice.
They say it's no longer feasible to fish.
What's $2.20 we used to pay for a 20 gallon of gas, 20 gallon of gas to $2.20 with oil. Now it went up to $560. Now it's going up to how much now?
The association's public relations officer Desmond Belfast warned that they will not stop protesting until the authorities bring some relief.
We know from some point in time that prices do go up on certain things after a period of time. But within a little period of time, they send up this gas price. This is the 5th time.
Understand that the increase that is being borne is not the total increase for obtaining those products. The government is bearing a significant portion of the cost, And what is being protested is a portion of the cost.
An appeal from the Prime Minister to citizens to fully consider the reasons behind the price increase of fuels. He's asking the population to be reasonable and understand there was no other choice.
I've heard the logic of some of my friends saying that this problem has to do with us not refining oil. Please don't fall for that kind of gobbledygook.
And the Prime Minister also sought to assure the population that if the price of oil drops, there is a chance that the price at the pumps could also be lower.
On the international scene, Ukraine President Volodymyr Zelensky has rejected Russia's claims that the besieged port city of Mariupol has been captured. The remaining Ukrainian fighters, as well as about 1,000 civilians, are still trapped in the steel plant where they've been surrounded by Russian troops. Let's hear more in this BBC report.
A city destroyed. Mariupol Steelworks, the final base of the Ukrainian resistance. In its labyrinth of tunnels and bunkers, the last of the fighters remain.
We are under constant air bombing and fire of multiple rocket launchers and gun artillery. While we're here, Mariupol remains under control of Ukraine. Mariupol was and will stay Ukrainian, no matter what they say.
Around 2,000 people are still thought to be in the steelworks. It's believed at least half of them are civilians. Mariupol has been under near constant bombardment since the start of the Russian invasion. President Putin has claimed his forces have seized control of the city, ordering his soldiers to surround the Azovstal steel plants. But Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky has refused to give in. In an address last night, he said the fight for the city was not over, that Russian forces wouldn't win.
They can only postpone the inevitable, the time when the invaders will have to leave our land, including Mariupol, the city that continues to resist Russia, regardless of what the occupiers say about this.
Ukrainian officials say Russian forces have continued to attack the eastern Donbass region. More than 40 villages have reportedly been seized. With the Orthodox Easter weekend approaching, there had been hopes that a ceasefire could be agreed, a moment of reprieve for millions. But President Zelensky says Russia has rejected the call for a truce. What should have been a celebration for the millions of Orthodox Christians. Instead, this Sunday will mark 2 months of war, 2 months of fighting, destruction and loss.
The former president of Honduras has been extradited to the U.S. to face drug-related charges. Juan Orlando Hernandez is accused of helping to move cocaine across the U.S. border for nearly 20 years. Al Jazeera has the details.
He was once a close United States ally, but has now been extradited to face drug trafficking charges in New York City. Juan Orlando Hernandez was being held at a Special Forces military base in Honduras' capital, Tegucigalpa. He was transferred in the middle of a massive security operation to an Air Force airport, where he was taken in a U.S. Drug Enforcement Agency plane back to the U.S. He's accused of conspiring to smuggle hundreds of tons of drugs to the United States.
Hernandez and his co-conspirators helped push 500,000 kilograms of cocaine into the United States. That's 500 tons of cocaine. Poison that landed in this country on our streets. And as we allege in the indictment, that's exactly what Hernandez wanted. We allege that during a meeting with the co-conspirator, Hernandez declared that he wanted, and I quote, to stuff the drugs right up the noses of the gringos.
Hernandez says he's innocent and that justice will prevail.
I'm innocent. I've been submitted unfairly to trial. I gave all my effort to my country. It is regrettable that those who turn Honduras into one of the most violent countries in the world, those villains, now want to be heroes.
Juan Orlando Hernandez was elected president in 2014. While in office, he was considered partner of the U.S. and was lauded for his alleged efforts to fight drug trafficking and illegal migration. His mandate ended earlier this year and was detained 19 days after leaving office. Hernandez's extradition is the first time a former president is to be tried on drug trafficking charges in the U.S. Many fear that the possibility of a U.S. trial will deter politicians in the region from colluding with criminal organizations ever again.
That's a wrap for tonight's probe, but do stay with us for a recap of the headlines. Amicable ending to fishermen's protest in Guam. Key public sector unions failed to participate in government's planned meeting to discuss pension. Sixth Senses hotel developer commits to $1 million to the Adult and Teen Challenge project. Over in Trinidad, fishermen threaten to continue protests as the Prime Minister says a rise in fuel price is fair. And further afield, Ukraine's President Zelensky rejects Russia's claim to have captured Mariupol. In sports, Olympic-sized swimming facilities still on the horizon as officials trudge through preliminary challenges, and those were some of the major headlines. For more on the country's current affairs, visit Grenada Broadcasting Network on Facebook and YouTube. You can also visit our website at gbn.gd and our GBN Production YouTube channel to view our live programs. On behalf of the team here at the GBN, I am Krista Campbell wishing you a wonderful weekend, and we'll see you again on Monday.